the operation can be smooth. Okay. Speaking on the topic, the power of pause, mastering intentional rest to avoid burnout. Um, I'd like to talk about it. Did you hear that? The power of pause, mastering intentional rest to avoid burnout. Next slide.
Next slide.
Next slide, please. Yeah, burnout in the modern times seems to be assuming an epidemic proportion. It happens to people in various fields of human endeavor. We push ourselves to achieve, acquire, or please not minding the cost to our personal well-being. Burnout affects people in various professions, positions. Age, no barrier. We trumpet business for a balanced lifestyle. We have become suckers to what is generally known as the hustle culture. Next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide.
Is the next slide definition?
Yeah, this slide is the definition. Okay, the World Health Organization, in one of its definitions, says burnout is a form of exhaustion caused by a constant feeling of being swamped. It happens when we experience too much emotional, physical, and mental fatigue for too long. You feel depleted and used up. Next slide, please. That is not even how the creator of the universe, our ultimate role model, has wired us as humans to be. He modeled himself to us in the good book when he rested on the seventh day after creating the heaven and the earth, all that is within. Next slide, please. We are now going to examine burnout as a problem. The consequences of burnout can be very devastating. This range from fatigue, diminished productivity, declining creativity, strained relationships, and poor decision making. Can ultimately lead to total breakdown in physical and mental health. So it's a problem to engage our attention. So, like to any problem, there should always be solution. The time-tested antidote goes beyond just sleeping or taking a break from the grind. What we really need is a shift in the mindset. We should culminate intentional rest or the to relieve us. We have to take a drastic break and engage with the society. Next slide, please. There are benefits. There are many benefits of intentional rest. Number one, improved productivity. Taking regular breaks can help you recharge and come back to your tasks with renewed energy and focus. When you pause, you're not losing time. You are investing in higher quality output. Later, breaks boost productivity, creativity, and focus. Just right out, you see a transformation. The other benefit is that it enhances our creativity. Stepping away from a problem or task helps you approach it with a fresh perspective and new idea. As a creative person, I have noticed that is where I'm much more productive. After working for some minutes, I can break, and when I go back to my desk, I see that my ideas flow much more freely. You know, but intentional rest also offer best time management. Prioritizing rest can help you manage your time more effectively and make better decisions. I'm sure it must happen to many of us. When you are under a lot of stress, you are thinking of finding a solution to the problem. When you take rest and you come back later to it, you find ideas flowing to consciousness, and it will enhance the decision you make. Now, intentional rest also helps us to reset our nervous system. Engaging in relaxation techniques such as deep breathing or meditation can help calm your mind and reduce stress. And it also promotes healing. I'm sure any medical doctor would ask you to do this. It's a best medicine for stress. Increase intentional rest also increases self-awareness. It can help you develop a greater understanding of yourself, your values, and your goals. As a writer, most of the ideas that I bring up, they come out after I've taken some rest. And I find myself hitting nail on the head, being much more creative than when I am swamped up battling with the ideas. So I will advise us to take a look at it. We have to take a break from the pressure. Next slide, please. There are various strategies for mastering intentional rest. The first one is you schedule your downtime. Treat rest as a non-negotiable part of your daily or weekly schedule. You will, find yourself re-energized. You must treat vacation or rest days as sacred appointments on your calendar. You're out of office, message should be the boundary you keep. You shield yourself from being bombarded with all kinds of messages. And you'll be able to think calmly and come up with solutions to the issue you are tackling. The next strategy is that you change your attitude about work. Oftentimes, you can't always change your job, but you can change how you feel about it. Find something of value in your work and create balance in your life. I when I was working as a journalist, the pressure of deadline, the scolding of your bosses and all that can distract you, can disorganize you. But when you look long-term result. You will see that your work has been much more meaningful. You will settle down and do it better. So take a vacation or extended leave to remove yourself from work stress. At the end of the day, you might even change job completely. You find another job that you find stimulating, and you will be better for it at the end of the day. The next one is that you set new priorities. New priorities. Slow down and refine your goals for life and work. You might discover more stimulating ventures. You know, as a journalist, when I decided to launch into writing after terminating, I discovered my other talents, like a good fiction writer, a good script writer, and all that. And over time, I've somehow established myself. Next slide, please. I hope I am engaging you. The next one is the master the art of no. I want you to realize that say no to something unimportant is a strategic yes to your well-being and the future where you can show up at your best. We have to be people's pleaser. We should not regularly make available when it will be to our disadvantage. Say no when it is necessary, and you'll be the better for it in the future. You also have to detox yourself from technology. Now, in these modern times, we have all kinds of devices calling for attention. Our mobile phones, pads, notepads, our laptops, and all that. Dedicate 1 hour or one evening, or even the entire weekend, be completely screen free. Shut out. When you disconnect yourself from the digital world, be able to reconnect with your inner world. You will find life more meaningful and more rewarding. So it's a thing that we really have to pay attention to in these times. And finally, I think you have to pick a new hobby or activity. You do stuff for enjoyment, something that will give you real pleasure. This will shift your mental focus entirely. And I think you're more productive at the end of the day. It is very, 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 it works. Out of experience, I can say that. So then you also have to engage socially. Interact with people who are positive and stimulating. You know, when you are with friends and you are vibrating together, let me use that word. You'll be relaxed, you'll be more productive. As much as possible, avoid toxic people. They will drain you and they can even shorten your lifespan. So avoid them like the next one is exercise. It's necessary that you should exercise. This will lift your mood. You know, if you schedule at least 10 minutes, at least 30 minutes in a day for the exercise, you find it very rewarding. Even a 10-minute walk can boost your mood for several hours. It is very, just keep moving, keep active. You'll be, you will relax and you will re-energize yourself. And finally, to eat healthy. Limit sugary and carbohydrate foods. No, they get you tired quickly. They can reduce your level of energy and make you lethargic. So and also as much as possible, avoid caffeine, nicotine. This can extensively affect your mood, and it is ruinous to your internal systems. It ages you quickly and all that. Then drink alcohol moderately. Those who say they are social drinkers, you should watch it. Alcohol is not too good. So I also believe you should drink water, a lot of water to hydrate yourself. In conclusion, the power of force is a revolutionary act that offers you the power to thrive in a hustle culture that constantly demands output. As an observer put it, says your worth is not measured by your exhaustion. It is measured by the quality of energy you bring to the time you have. Let me repeat it again. Your worth is not measured by your exhaustion. It is measured by the quality of energy you bring to the time you have. I believe I've been able to open our minds to the possibilities and the rewards of rest and pause. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. I can see the reactions are pouring in already. That was powerful, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Taiwo Udipe, for that short but powerful presentation on the need for us to take time to take a pause, rest from all activities, because really the world doesn't celebrate your exhaustion. Like, can be here and there, jumping from Lagos to Abuja, from Abuja to New York. Nobody is impressed by how busy you are. They're only impressed by the quality of the energy you are bringing to the table. Thank you so much for that powerful presentation, sir.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, sir. So quickly, let's have questions. Please, if you have questions for Mr. Taiwo Dundipe, kindly signify. And you can also drop the questions in the chat section. We'll be glad to take it. And do not forget, please, in the chat section, we've dropped the links to our various social media platforms. Kindly take time out to follow us, like our posts, and share with your network. So, Nurse Doc, please go ahead with your question. Nurse Doc, do you want to drop your question in the chat section, or you want to ask?
She says she has 2 questions. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so she said, how do you go away from depression very fast, especially when your mood is completely changed?
Okay. I think we should not confuse depression with burnout. Depression is much more medical. Burnout has to do with our lifestyle. Depression is much more organic, and it will take medical experts to diagnose and treat depression. So there's tendency to think both mean the same thing. I don't think so. Is that helpful? Nurse Doc?
Nurse Doc, are you there? Okay, she has a second question as well.
Okay. When you have tried all you need to do and you're gonna
when you have tried all you need to do and you still have burnout, how do you move forward?
Well, I think basically you have to work on all the strategies listed. Number one, as I said, take a break. You know, I've experienced it. It's nothing like moving away from the pressure and you calm down. When you come back, you feel different. You just have to follow the strategies. They are very, very important. It's not magical. It's not magical. But they will help. You rest. You take time off. You eat healthy. You exercise. You go on vacation and all that. They will help at the end. At the end of the day. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Nasdaq is saying she believes burnout has got to do with emotion, and emotion can drive depression. Just to know, how do you think someone can overcome depression? Well, like I said before, I'm not a medical doctor. Depression is medical. It's a medical issue, and it will take medical experts to, psychiatrists, psychoanalysts, and all that to handle that. Burnout it has to do with our work environment, attitude to our work, and the pressure we put ourselves through.
All right, sir. There's another question here from Mr. Nicholas Pasagede. He's asking, is resigning from work a better option in the end, especially if it's a toxic environment?
Well, I think in extreme situations, that might be the option. If you feel extremely tired from the negative, environment that runs you at work, it will make you less productive. It will make you less creative. For your sanity, I think you should take a walk, or my think of survivor. But at the end of the day, it's better to be where you are celebrated, where you can make your mark and get on to higher positions.
Awesome.
If it's necessary for you to resign, but you must also be tactical, you must be strategic about it so that you can go on surviving.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that response, sir.
Okay.
The next question is from Jomiloju Anthony. And the question saying, in the media and creative industry, there's constant pressure to always create. How can creatives manage the burnout, the pressure?
That pressure based on passion is what I have passion for. I want to enjoy doing something. When you have passion for it, you will not stop the time. You will not be influenced by the expected reward. You will not even, think of closing time. You can work hours, 24 hours. As long as you have joy doing it, you just keep flowing. I don't see it as pressure. I see it as a pleasant situation,
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for that. Mr. Lawa Olawe is asking this question, sir. Okay. What are the earliest signs you notice when burnout starts to creep in?
I think the earliest sign is distraction. You're distracted. You find it difficult to concentrate. You feel some kind of unease. You are easily irritable. And that means that environment is not suitable to you. The earliest signs, you feel diminished. Like I said, the presentation, you feel diminished. You feel that you are losing your energy, enthusiasm. Those are the earliest signs.
All right, sir.
Mm.
Before I take the question from Fetia Egetola, on a funny note, I want to ask, sir, is there anything like a financial burnout?
That's a
How do
tricky
you
one. Financial burnout. Are you talking in terms of
after receiving salary and then you use one credit alert, like 100 debit alerts? That's a burnout. So how do we deal with that, sir?
please, I didn't hear clearly. Your mic was.
I
Repeat
said
the question.
after receiving a credit alert, one
Mm.
credit alert, and then 100 debit alerts afterwards. That's a burnout. How do we deal with that?
Well, my simple approach to finance is that number one, don't live above your means. You don't have to present yourself to the Joneses to have arrived. You do your budget, knowing about uh, your, 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 your responsibilities, the height you can go. If you are taking moves to please, to show that you have arrived to your neighbors, it will bring burnout. That's a that is given. It's going to happen. It will bring burnout. It's the kind of burnout that we have happen with finance.
Okay. Thank you
I
so
hope
much for
that helps answer the question.
yeah, you have, sir. So the next question is from Ms. Fetia Igetola. She's asking, in a situation where there is a deadline for a task and someone is not close to completing the task and burnout is already in place, whereas the deadline is around the corner, what can the
You know,
person do?
at times you have to drive yourself. Like this project, last week I took part in a Google training, Google organized training, Google Academy they call it, and we had it the whole week. And when I was asked to do this presentation, I couldn't actually sit down until the 11th hour to prepare. So when I eventually had time to prepare, I, I had to stay up till very late in the night. And the following day, I woke up early. I have an approach to writing. First, like most other writers, you do the first draft. You just write randomly. Write down all the ideas that come in consciousness. And after that, you sleep over it or you move away from the project. When you come back, you fine tune everything, you will write. And even as you are doing that, you find ideas coming to you to improve your write up. So that is how we tackle deadlines in journalism and other aspects of writing.
Okay, awesome. Then there's a question here from Nurse Doc again, and she's saying, sir, as a movie producer, a script writer, a journalist, and a speaker, how do you merge all of this together? Can you share your experience?
The underlying factor is my talent to write. I love writing. I love languages. So, and when I went through my training in mass communications, we were exposed, to the different forms of writing, different platforms, news writing, article writing, and all that stuff. As long as I know that I have the ability to write, I will identify the format, the purpose of the communication, and I will apply that knowledge in that area. So it comes easily to me. It comes easily, and I think, like I said, although writing can be learned, but if you organically have the talent, it will be much easier. So it won't be difficult to apply it to all platforms: script writing, uh, news reporting, essay writing, article writing, and all that. Book writing. It's like a piece of cake.
All right. Thank you so much for the answer to that question, sir.
Hmm.
The next question is from Miss Nimat Ola. She's asking, what are some common obstacles that prevent people from pausing, and how can we overcome the obstacles?
I think the most common is the pressure of survival. Pressure of survival. When you think you just have to push yourself to make ends meet. You keep postponing your time to pause, so that at least you can earn a living to keep to survive and to take care of all your needs. The most basic thing is just that pressure to survive. I believe so. That's the major obstacle.
All right. The next question is from Mr. Lawa Olawoye. He's asking, do you have a reliable escape or reset mechanism when stress spikes?
What the most reliable is pause. Move away from the pressure. Pause. If you can wangle it, you can also have a nap in the afternoon. When I was getting ready for this presentation, and we were doing all things to get ready, because I slept late and I woke up early, I was feeling cranky. But when I was alone and I was able to, slide into deep sleep for 5 minutes. By the time I woke up, I felt my nerves were resettled, and it made me feel better. So the most reliable approach is to pause, is to sleep, leave, slide out of the consciousness, slide out of the pressures that are nagging at you, and I believe you will feel better.
All right.
Is that helpful?
I believe that
Is that
answers.
helpful to Mr. Lawal?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir, for the answers to all the questions asked. I would like to ask, do we still have any question? Okay, so final question from Miss Fetia. She's asking, is it considered normal to have frequent burnouts?
I don't think it's normal to have frequent burnouts. Life is to be enjoyed. Even in our task of aching out a living, life is to be enjoyed. We should have fun doing this. The purpose of the presentation, I believe, is to, let us have that perspective. If you see life just as an ordeal, it can be ruinous. So life, in my own view, is to enjoy it. You have to have fun living. Even if you are doing extremely serious things, you should also enjoy doing it. Our leaders, our presidents, and all that, as much as they go through pressure, I've been close to one or two of them. I did the official biography of some of them, apart from the one that I listed in my bio, and it will soon be made public. The tasks they are facing are very arduous, but they enjoy it, and they are prepared themselves to take on the task. So life is to be enjoyed. Yeah, it's not normal to have frequent burnouts. So as much as possible, enjoy your task, enjoy your work.
Awesome. Thank you very much, sir, for that last statement. Life is supposed to be for fun, for enjoyment. So from today, I want to declare myself as Minister of Enjoyment. So ladies and gentlemen, please, let's enjoy. No stress, no burnout, no depression, please. We only have one life to live, so let's enjoy it to the fullest. Thank you very much, Mr. Taiwo Gundipe. We would like to take the vote of thanks now. Please stay on the call, sir, as we invite to the virtual mic Mr. Aziz to give us the vote of thanks to appreciate our guest speaker and also everyone who participated today. Mr. Aziz, are you ready for us?
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, good evening, everybody.
Sir.
On behalf of Alef, I come before you all this evening with great delights and a heart full of gratitude. Today's event has indeed been an inspiring and successful one, and it would not have been possible without the collective efforts of everyone present here. First and foremost, we give glory to Almighty God for granting us the grace and wisdom to witness this remarkable occasion. Our sincere appreciation goes to our special guests, dignitary partners, and participants for honoring our invitation and for the invaluable contribution you have made through your presence, words, and support. To our organizer, committee, and everyone member of Alef, thank you for your tireless commitment, planning, and teamwork that made this event a reality. Your effort truly reflects the spirit of leadership and excellence that Alef stands for. We also extend our thanks to our speaker and facilitator for the knowledge and inspiration shared with us today. Your insights have not only enlightened us, but have also motivated us to strive for greater impact in our various spheres. Finally, to everyone who has contributed in one way or another through ideas, logistic, technical support, or simply by being present, we say a heartfelt thank you. As we close this gathering, let us carry forward the lessons learned and continue to uphold the values of growth, unity, and empowerment that Alef represents. Thank you all, and may God bless you richly. Long live Alef, long live our community. Good evening to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aziz, for that powerful vote of thanks. So it's more or less sounding like a manifesto. You have my votes already. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for doing that. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It was short and powerful. And we want to encourage you to please